When I was younger, my mother used to make the best pancakes. The best pancakes. And I learned to make them, and they gave me so much joy. But as I started to get older, I wanted to remove flour from my diet, or at least reduce it. I wanted to reduce the processed sugar in my diet. So I have started to make pancakes with oats and with bananas, and it's so good. And tastes so healthy, but also so delicious. So oat banana pancakes. The recipe is very simple. I like very simple recipes. So all you're going to need is a super large banana. It was in the freezer. I have already chopped it up. You need 2 eggs. These are fairly large, but yeah, 2 eggs, and then oats. So these oats are the oats that I have for breakfast all the time. But because I want my pancakes to be a little smooth, I am going to make oat flour out of this, which is basically, I'm just going to blend the oats to make them a little more fine. So that's what I'm going to do. You need half a cup of these oats. I am going to measure that out and then blend it. Oh, that's so much. Oops. This part will not be part of this video. So I'm using my oats to make my very own version of flour, so that I don't have to use processed white refined flour. So let me just put that in there. And I'm just going to try to blitz and blend it. I don't need it to be particularly fine because I like the texture, but I still want it to be a little easier to manage the pancake. And there you go. You have your own flour. If only I could get this thing off. So I have created some wonderful flour. Let me show you what it looks like. You see that? So it's not completely fine. Ooh, it's not completely fine, but it is less coarse than the oats would be, which will really help my pancake. So I'm going to mash these bananas up, add the eggs, add the oat flour, and that's it. My bananas are mashed. Here they are. I'm just going to add 2 eggs to that. I'm just mixing in my egg and my banana, and then the last and magical ingredient is going to be the oat flour that we have just made, because that's going to give it now the firm texture that it needs, and it's going to be a really delicious pancake. And here it is. So we just pour that in. I'm going to do it a little at a time, because sometimes, I think I've mentioned this in a previous video, sometimes the size of the egg, the size of the banana, everything starts to change. So you want to also make sure that you don't put too much oat in, that it then becomes a really dry mixture. And if it does become a really dry mixture, you can add some water or some milk, and then it'll smooth right back out. This is sort of what we are looking for. In fact, I did go a little overboard on the oats. So what I'm going to do is add just a touch of milk. This is skimmed milk. I'm just going to add a few drops to lighten up the mixture. Perfect. And there is your pancake batter. Now, one more thing I really like to do. I like add-ins in my pancakes, but because I don't want to go too crazy, I'm just going to add a little bit of cinnamon, and that'll change the flavor completely. It'll make it wonderful. So let me just find my cinnamon. The thing about cinnamon is you need very little. Don't think that you need much more than this for your entire batter. So this is really all I'm going to add. There's my cinnamon, and this is just for flavor. This is now one of those things you can do whatever you want. Again, you are the master in your own kitchen. I keep saying that the purpose of these things is to show you a healthier alternative, but then again, you can also do whatever you want in that. You can put nuts in your pancakes. Some people do. You can put fruit in your pancake, so I'm just going to put cinnamon. You can put chocolate chips in your pancake, but then you're defeating the purpose of the super healthy pancake. But you know what? Life is for the living. Do it. I say life is for the living all the time. Do it. And here is our batter. And now let us go and fry up these pancakes. So we're just going to wait for the pan to heat up a little bit and then just make them like we make regular pancakes. I'm always a fan of mini pancakes. I don't like the super large ones, super wide fluffy ones. I like smaller pancakes, so I'm going to make smaller pancakes here. You can make them in any way that you want. At least for this recipe, the oats will keep your pancake together, so you will be able to flip it even if it's a wider pancake. But I like small pancakes, so I'm going to make small pancakes. I'm looking at about 3 pancakes at a time because of the size that I want. We're just going to let them cook for about 1.5 minutes on one side. Check the side to see that it's browned on the bottom and then flip them over. If you look down under the pancake, you can see it started to brown nicely. So just scoop underneath and turn it over. And scoop underneath and turn it over. And scoop and flip. And we are done. Off with the stove and onto a plate. Let me just grab these. And they smell so good. The cinnamon, this is what cinnamon is for. The cinnamon has just made them smell like all kinds of heaven. Oh my goodness, and there you have it. Please let me know what you think. Try them in the house. They're very easy to make. The ingredients are down below. Make them, alter them, do whatever you want, add whatever you want to add to them, but please try to make them. Take a picture, show me, I'd love to see it, and let me know what you think. You are what you eat, so make sure you eat well, and join me in the future so that we can continue to have our cake and eat it.